It is official. The Last of Us Season 2 is a complete dumpster fire. It is a terrible. It is not good. It is your typical, I think I can say this, your typical woke show. I mean, when we think about woke qualities in a TV show, this show, The Last of Us Season 2, checks off like all the boxes, right? It starts off with Ellie, right? We all know Ellie. She's like 110 pounds, right? 5'2", 5'1", tiny little thing. But that does not stop her from being a badass. And this show tells you, shoves it in your face how badass she is. She's over here giving belt to ass to grown-ass men in like the first 5 minutes of this episode, right? And you cannot have a strong female lead without having a bitch male lead. And that's what you get with Pedro Pascal's Joel. They got Joel over here crying to a therapist. Because he feels so much guilt about all of the things that he has done to survive, mind you. And I have no problem with dudes going to therapy, dude, by all means, but we don't need to see it on TV. We don't, okay? We need to show men being men on television. And when we think of men, when we think of masculinity, we think of bottling up your emotions deep down inside. Never letting anybody see you cry. That's what we want to see on television. That is what we need to be showing young people. This is the type of masculinity you need to be. You need to be hardened. You need to go out and do what needs to get done without feeling a thing. Just get the job done, especially when it comes to protecting those you care about. That's the type of masculinity we need to see on TV. We don't need to see Pedro Pascal cry anymore. We don't. In fact, we already see too much of Pedro Pascal. He is in everything, and I am getting tired of it. I mean, they got this guy in The Last of Us. They got him in Star Wars. They got him in. Now he's in Marvel. He's Ricardo Richards in Marvel. That's another one. That's another one I want to talk to you about. Apparently, they're turning Johnny Storm gay in the next Fantastic Four movie, but that's for another video. Back to my review of this dumpster fire that is The Last of Us Part 2. Ellie is into chicks now, which is of no surprise to anybody that has played Part 2 of The Last of Us, right? We know this. She has a relationship with another chick, and it's kind of toxic. This is what they're going with. And I have no problem with the lesbians. I really don't. I'm a big fan, actually. You know, we have a lot in common. We both like the chicks. But my problem is that even though this show takes place in the future, right? Even though there are bigger issues at stake here, like survival, we still get shown the old white dude that has a problem with broads kissing broad. They show you this. There's a scene where Ellie is kissing her girlfriend, and then here comes this older white guy. You know, only thing he was missing was the Trump hat, and he has a problem with the ladies kissing, right? And then Joel comes in. He pushes the dude away, and of course, Ellie, because she is a strong, badass female, doesn't need to be protected by this toxic man, right? She gets angry at him. I'm telling you, every box you can imagine when it comes to making a woke disaster is checked off in this show, in this episode. And I can hold you, I do not see myself watching the rest of this season. Have no interest whatsoever. I don't want to see a 160-pound chick, Ellie, you know, which, by the way, she doesn't even look like the broad in the video game. Could they not have cast someone that looks a little bit more like her? I'm not saying, you know, I'm not here to talk about the young woman's looks, but if I had to guess, right, I would say that maybe something happened in the pregnancy. I don't know. I'm just saying she has a look. She has a very distinct look. And I'm not even gonna venture into talking about the young woman's appearance. I don't think we should do that. But you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys know. But anyway, yeah, I don't see myself finishing this show. I have no interest in watching it. I was excited with the first season because we got to see badass Joel doing badass things. And now, you know, they got this dude over here crying to a therapist or something. You know, they got him showing emotion. And again, I have no interest watching a show where men are portrayed as pussies, and that is exactly what you get with this, which is very on brand for Pedro Pascal. I believe that that's like part of his contract. He comes in, he gets offered this masculine role, and part of the negotiations with Pedro Pascal is he has to make that character into a pussy. I'm looking at the reviews and at the, you know, the takes the behind the scenes when it comes to Reed Richards and the Marvel. And I'm telling you right now, he is going to be the biggest pussy of that family. The biggest by far. You might as well. I think he like used his elastic powers to turn his Audi into an Innie, if you guys know what I'm talking about. That's the type of Pedro Pascal, Reed Richards you're going to get. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Since